So in today's video, we are going to be talking about changing the way he texts you or doesn't. Every woman wants more texting that is fulfilling rather than draining or waiting, correct? So let's get to it. But who am I? First, I am Coach Paula Grooms, a dating and relationship coach, licensed social worker, and author of the book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. I help women get the love that they want, that they desire, that they deserve, and you can get that, and you must believe it, know it, and then do what it takes for the mind of a male to connect with you. And we're going to talk about that vis-a-vis texting. And how I'm going to present this to you is with 3 T's, so that you remember. Because you could go away from here and not remember it, so then what good is it? That's why I ask you to repeat videos that speak to you, so you get it, you solidify it, and then you act it out. All right, so let's get to it. What are the 3 T's that are going to help you change the way he texts? Number 1, first and foremost, this is going to help you a lot. You must tame your expectations. I find this is the number 1 thing I deal with in my coaching of women, and that's all I coach is women in dating and relationships, that taming your expectations will do a lot to actually energetically bring him towards you. We women are very different in our needs than men are. And it's funny because when we say or talk about the difference between men and women, some people get tweaked. Why? We are different. Our needs are very, very different. And when you understand that his need is to feel autonomous and not as connected as you are, and I should say not as connected to feelings and creating this bond. Now, there's a caveat to that. It depends on the time in your relationship, another T, and the man to some degree. But you will notice that in the beginning, oh my goodness, you're getting overwhelmed with texts perhaps. But you're certainly getting the texting that fulfills you and connects you. But as you go on, you must start to tame your expectations of that. And know that it's normal, that it's natural, that he is not going to be reaching out to you to the degree that you may like. And he may not be connecting in those texts in the way that you like. But to take from that it means something is really where the expectations get out of line. You cannot necessarily believe that his amount of texting, what he texts, when he texts, all of it, you're making assumptions perhaps that are hurting you in your relationship. And if you're just talking to your best friend, who I bet your best friend, even if you're a little opposite in the way you behave, your ideological views of men and your thoughts about men and the way that you perceive things are going to be similar. So when you go to her to talk to her, or even your group of friends, you're going to get the same expectations. And oh my gosh, he's a jerk, or he's ghosting you, or he's breadcrumbing you, or whatever they're going to be saying, that's not going to help you. So really check with an objective person in your life. Believe it or not, that can be another man who you really trust, a brother, a father figure, an absolutely platonic friend. Maybe even a gay friend, although sometimes, depending on his energy, whether it's more male or female, you may get similar things to what your female friends might give you. But generally speaking, your friend group is not going to be as objective If you want to connect with me, you can connect with me here. Put a comment below. Is this, under the realm of I need to tame my expectations? You can talk to me on my podcast virtually for free. You can get a consultation, and you can just go to coachpaulagrooms.com or here to ask me about that. All right, let's get to the second T. The first was to tame your expectations. Remember, first and foremost, this second T is to tease his needs. Okay, let's look at that under the realm of the first T. Teasing his need to be autonomous, to not be as connected. How do you do that? Okay, if you haven't already, watch my 5 R's of texting. I will put the link to that video in the description below. So that's a start. Think about it in this fashion, that if his need is to be autonomous and away from the connection for longer periods of time than you, for sure that will be the case. You want to then make your responses shorter and not as quickly as you would. When you watch the 5 R's of texting, you are going to get this in a much bigger way. You will understand more about it, and you must really get into the mind of a male that his need to achieve your time and attention, even if it's just in text, is really major here, okay? So, tease his needs by answering less, shorter, and vary the times that you are responding back. There's a fly in here. You might have seen him fly by. So, all right. That's, kind of a deeper dive, and we are not going to go into all the contingencies that it would be, but that's the overarching idea. Tease his needs by giving him less. Less is more. And you may say, we could take the tease his needs to mean teasing his sexual needs. You don't have to be really over the top or overt about it. Now, there are times when you can be. If you're doing if you're in a completely, a committed relationship, a long-term relationship, you want to tease his sexual needs, for sure. Just do it not all the time, sporadically. Really be judicious. Look it up if you don't know the word, about it, okay? That means using your brain about it, not doing it all the time, so you don't fall into a category where he thinks that's just all you're about, because you are not. We know that. Okay, then the third T, what is it? I already talked about it here, but when we put it under that third T, you're going to remember, toggle your times. Meaning, this time you may answer in 10 minutes. Next time you may answer in 110 minutes. Next time you may answer in 1,010 minutes, okay? Toggle your times so that he never knows what he is going to get. If he knows that every single time he texts you, you're quick on the draw to respond, or he knows he's always going to get a text within the hour, not good, right? You want to toggle your times, meaning vary them. This time it's right away. Next time it's not for a long time. You need to vary it up. That means toggle your times. So let's review and recap. You are going to watch the 5 R's of texting. Then you're going to put these 3 T's to use for you. You are going to, first and foremost, tame your expectations of his texting. You are going to tease his needs, his need to be autonomous, his need to be away from you. How do you do that in a really big way? Do not be the first to text. Do not reach out. Let him come to you first, and then you toggle your times. Tame your expectations. Tease his needs. Toggle your times. And you will really see his texting take off and be much more forthcoming, desirous of your time and attention. It will all happen when you tame your expectations, tease his needs a little bit, and toggle your times. Until next time. I trust you got a lot of good information from today's video, and I enjoy bringing you content that is valuable for success in your romantic life. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the alert bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want more on any of the content you see here, you can go to my book, Why Won't He Commit? How a Man Decides to Make You the One. You can order it at any fine retailer where you get your books. And if you want more on me or any of my programs, my podcast, go to CoachPaulagrooms.com, and we could be talking soon.